Algebra 2, our final unit of the year. Here's our practice test, second page, subtracting and adding rational expressions. For number 5, you've got the same denominator. Wonderful to see that. When you have the same denominator, it's just first term minus the second term. Just, combine those together. It's very tempting to stop right here and say that's your final answer, but this is going to reduce. These are really the same terms, just in different order of subtraction. Whenever you have a factor with subtraction where the orders are interchanged, it cancels to -1. For number 6, we don't have the same denominator. We have to get our LCD. Least common denominator, every denominator has to get represented. We'll need a y plus 4 from our first fraction. We also need y minus 1. So we want our fractions to look like this for our denominators. Go to number 6. You're missing something for that first fraction. You only have the y plus 4. You need y minus 1. Look at your second fraction. You're missing something. You're missing a y plus 4. Now the wonderful thing right now is that you can go from 2 fractions to 1. You now have the same denominators for both. You have a y plus 4 and a y minus 1. And I'm going to just multiply. This will become 3 times y. You get 3y. 3 times -1 is a minus 3. Here we're going to distribute the negative. -2 times y, you'll get a -2y. -2 times 4, you'll get -8. Now combine like terms. 3y minus 2y is 1y. -3 minus 8 is -11. So we've got y plus 4, y minus 1 still remaining down below. This is our final answer. We're halfway done. Let's take a look at number 7. LCD. Look at your first fraction. Your denominator is x plus 4, x minus 1. Your second fraction already has a x minus 1. We don't have to write it down again. What you're going to see is the first fraction's okay. We don't have to change anything. The second fraction, however, is missing x plus 4. So I'm going to write x plus 4 on the top, x plus 4 on the bottom. And what I want you to see is that right now we have one fraction, a common denominator of x plus 4, x minus 1. The 6, there's nothing to do except copy it down. But the -7, we're going to distribute the negative. DTN, as I say so often. -7 times x, you get -7x. -7 times 4, you'll get -28. So combine your like terms. You'll have -7x. 6 minus 28 is -22. And you've got this x plus 4, x minus 1 down below. And wonderfully, we are done. You should check to see if the top has a common factor that you could divide out, but it doesn't. 22 is not divisible by 7. Last one, LCD. Well, you need a 4 and you need an x, but remember the highest power of x is always what's coming into play for a common denominator. We actually need 4x squared. And by the way, 4x squared, if you really think about it, it's like 2 x's multiplied together, 4x times x. For this first fraction, what are we missing? Well, I need a 4x squared, or 4x times x. I'm missing an x. For my second fraction, I just have x squared. Well, what am I missing? Well, I'm missing that 4. I've got to put a 4 up on top. Now I'm going to have one common denominator of 4x squared. I'll have 5x. 9 times 4 is 36. That won't factor, and we are done. 5x plus 36 over 4x squared.